Good morning, San Ramon first graders. This is Phonics lesson 16. And today what you're going to need is you're going to find in your little packet that we sent home, you're going to have this letter. You don't actually use this for the lesson, but it's nice to have this, so that's why we sent it home. Also your blends of digraphs chart. Again, we're not going to use that for today's lesson, but it's nice to have just to look at it when you're spelling words. This one we will use today. This is your sight word list, all the sight words we've had so far. And then lastly, we have two new sight words, high and might. We'll talk about them in a little bit more. And you'll also want your vowel chart thing we're working on. And why? Because guess what? Today's the day, guys. We're going to fill in the last one today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then we get to do the really, really fun lesson next time. So I can't wait to get there. So that's why I want to get going on this so that we can get to that last lesson. So to start today, I want you to think about 3 stories you've heard. Something that's the same about all of them. So there's Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. That's the first one. The 3 Little Pigs. 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Now, what do all those stories have in common? Think about that. Some have bears, some have pigs, some have billy goats. So that's not really the same. They all have a bad character in them, right? Yeah. The typical fairy tale thing. What else? My husband thinks he has the answer. He's over in the corner. He's putting that up. Why is he doing that? Oh, it's 3 things. So he's right. There are 3 bears, 3 pigs, and 3 billy goats gruff. Sometimes, guys, things work in 3s and they make a sound. Okay, so today that's what we're going to be learning about. We're going to be learning about 3 letters, I, G, and H. And when you put I, G, and H together, do you know what you get? It looks like it should be igrach, but it's not. You know what it is? It equals the long I sound. It just says I. That's all it says. Why? Why they had to add a G and an H? I don't know. Just trying to confuse you. But I-G-H gives you the long I sound. So, on that note, we're going to look at a couple sentences. Okay, I'm going to move Rashid over here. Rashid, you sit there for a second. I'm going to write a sentence down, and we're going to try to read it. All right. You can read as I write. Hopefully you can see. Can you see? My darn being a lefty is such a pain. I jumped as... Okay, let's try to read this. My writing's not so great, sorry. I jumped as high. Look at that. So you've got the I-G-H, so it gives you that long I, and it's just in front of it. It's just an H, so it's high as I could on the, ooh, this is a long word. How are we going to do that one? Let's try to sound it out. And actually, really this says line, so it should be trampoline, but we all know what it is, right? It's trampoline. That's where you have to say to yourself, use it a different way. Try it 2 ways, because this is not line, it's lin, even though it kind of sounds like it's lean. It should be line, but it's trampoline, and not line. All right, so that's high. The I-G-H gives you the long I with the H in front of it, okay? Let me give you another one now. Sorry, I need my eraser. Second one says, where did I write that? Okay. I think guys are reading as I'm writing here. I can't write fast enough. Okay, ready to read? Can you guys see that whole thing? Let's see. There we go. I think it. Now here's your IGH. And there's a T at the end and an M at the beginning. So we're going to go might. It might rain today, so I'll bring an, what could this be? If it's going to rain, what might they bring? An umbrella, just in case. I'm going to point one more thing out before we leave this sentence. Do you see how I wrote an instead of a here? I'm not going to say bring a umbrella. Why is that? Why do I say an instead of a here? Or a? Do you guys know what that's about? So look at the beginning of this word. This word starts with a U. A U is a vowel. If the next word starts with a vowel, the word before it can't just be a, it has to be an. You have to put an N there. It's just one of those things. If you were going to say insect, right? Their I starts that word. It has to be an insect. Or I'm trying to think of another word here. Oh my gosh, my brain. Oh, icicle. Yeah, apple. My husband just said that. He's hearing me in the other room. Apple. You know, people don't say apple. You say an apple. And it's because that starts with a vowel. So I just want you guys to know that one. Okay. The next thing I'm going to teach you today is, oh, actually, before we do that, let's get out your little vowel chart because now we get to fill in the last one. Whoop, whoop. Now let's see if we can come up with other words that have an IGH, because might and high are going to be hard to draw on our board. So, IGH. Okay, so let's go through the whole alphabet. You got bite. No, it's not the right bite. Kite's not the right one. Dite. Oh, fight. You could say fight. Fight. Light. We already have might. MN, night would work. Sight, like he has good eyesight. Tight, like my clothes felt too tight. White spelled differently. I think that's all I can think of right now. If you think of more, you can email me, okay? All right, so of these words, which would be the easiest one to draw, I kind of think light would be the easiest one to draw. So I'm going to put a board up here. I'm going to write my pen. I'm going to draw IGH, IGH. I'm going to draw a little picture. I'll just do like a little lamp. Sorry. All right, light. Light. There we go. Sorry, that doesn't look so great, but you get the idea. All right, so now, yay, it's filled in, you guys. This is such good news. All right, can't wait until next time. You're going to love what we're going to do. All right, but this is the fun game. Let me show you a fun game you can play with this. So now that you have all your sight words here, you can play a game called Guess My Rule. And the way you play this is you look at your words, you look at a list of words, and it doesn't have to just be these words. It could be any word. And you write down 3 words. So for instance, about, down, and now. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at these words and you're going to decide what's the same about them. Do they have the same amount of letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Do they start with the same sound? about, down, now. Nope. Do they end with the same sound? T, n, w. No. So what about them is the same? Look at these words very carefully. About, down, and now. What's the same? That's right, the ow sound. And here we get the ow sound from the OW in both of those words, and in about, we get the ow sound from the OU, and that's okay. It's the same sound, so that's why they're the same, okay? So that's how you play this game. You could choose a different one, like let's say, for instance, you could say what's the same with these words. So you could say it's the G at the beginning, right? It's that beginning sound. That's what makes those three words the same. Or you could say, how about you could say, find another one here. And so you almost, it seemed like it was going to be O-U-L-D, right? Could, would, should, and did. But I added did in the end there. So what's the rule there? Huh. I have to think about that for a second. Is it the beginning letter? No. They don't all have the same number of letters. They don't all have the in there. That's right. It's the last letter, D. D. Okay, so you could play this game with your friend, with your, I guess not your friends. You could play it with your parents. You could play it with your siblings. It's a fun game to play. You could use the words from the word wallpaper that we gave you, or just words that you know. And you could just, this could be like a fun dinner table game, right? You sit around, you say, what do these three words have in common? And see if you can get them. Maybe you can stump them. That would be kind of fun. All right, so I want to hear about that. Also, you've got two sight words here. We just learned about these words, so I don't feel too much of a need to break it down, but these are our two new sight words on our list here. We've got high and might, and we just went over these a lot, so I don't really feel like we need to go over them too much more. But remember, you can go through the regular thing. You can H-I-G-H, 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 try to remember that one. Might, same thing with that. M-I-G-H-T, 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 M-I-G-H-T. See if you can do it. Okay, and then add those to your word wall. And then that is it for our snap words for this unit. And the next lesson is going to be fun. Think about, we're going to make sort of a big poster thing. And you can either make it by taping paper together, or if you happen to have big paper, you could use that. If you don't have any of those supplies, it's okay. I'm going to teach you a way that you could just do it on the floor in your house with maybe a piece of string or something. You will need a little bit of paper to draw words and pictures on, but then you'll cut them into smaller pieces, so you don't need a ton of paper if you don't have a lot of paper at your house. But I can't wait. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye.